In NCIS, Origins Season 1, Episode 8, titled Sick as Our Secrets, Randy Randolph, previously seen as the Office Golden Boy, gets a much-needed character development boost. The episode follows a priest's murder and Randy's struggle with survivor's guilt, particularly regarding his past involvement with the death of Gibbs' family. This emotional journey, paired with intense action sequences, gives actor Caleb Foote the chance to showcase his talents beyond Randy's usual role as comic relief. The case itself is more nuanced than typical episodes, with unexpected twists and a poignant conversation between Randy and Father Bobby. The subplot involving Lala Dominguez's career progression adds another layer of complexity, though it leaves room for debate. Ultimately, Sick as Our Secrets is a standout episode that deepens character relationships and offers an emotional punch, proving that NCIS Origins has more to offer than just young Gibbs and Franks. NCIS Origins Season 1, Episode 8 Review: Randy is unleashed in a poignant episode. NCIS Origins Season 1, Episode 8, Sick as Our Secrets, announces the arrival of Randy Randolph. Audiences have never seen Randy, or actor Caleb Foote, quite like they do in this installment. The storyline adds a whole new dimension to Randy's character, making him more than the Office Golden Boy or a source of comic relief. It's exactly what the show needs as it continues to flesh out the world around a young Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Sick as Our Secrets tells the story of a priest who is shot and killed during confessional. When it becomes clear that he was filling in for a colleague, Randy and Gibbs are tasked with protecting the intended target and trying to get him to name the killer. But the episode is truly about the survivor's guilt that Randy lives with, and how that connects to his relationship with Gibbs, just 2 episodes before audiences see the full extent of Gibbs' own history. NCIS Origins Season 1, Episode 10 is Randy's showcase. Caleb Foote gives his most compelling performance yet. The biggest challenge for NCIS Origins has been developing its supporting characters, so that it's not just a story about young Gibbs and his mentor Mike Franks. At this point in the season, it's done so with varying degrees of success. For the most part, Bernard Randy Randolph has been typecast as the eager-to-please, straight-laced agent who can also be used to inject some levity with his awkwardness. But there are tons of similarly eager, quirky crime solvers on television. Sick as Our Secrets gives Randy some necessary depth, making him far more intriguing, and also giving the actor who plays him a prime opportunity. Caleb Foote's biggest TV role prior to this show was playing Bennett Hobbs in the 2nd season of HBO's black comedy Made for Love. He did previously guest star on NCIS Los Angeles as Sean Reynolds in the episode Kill Bill, Volume 1, but audiences aren't used to seeing him as an action hero. Yet that's exactly what he is in this episode, when Randy hears something outside the hotel room where he and Gibbs are holed up with their star witness, Father Bobby. Randy spots the crowbar-wielding man, chases him down a stairwell, and then the two of them engage in a hallway brawl that is one of the season's best action sequences. It feels completely out of character for Randy, which is what makes it so great. Randy Randolph: I think I saw 2 felonies on the way in from the parking lot. It's fine to have a more light-hearted character on a TV procedural, but that can't be all they are. Sick as Our Secrets is a deep dive into what makes Randy tick, and the chance for viewers to appreciate him for different things. The script spells out how he was supposed to be the agent protecting Shannon and Kelly Gibbs on the day they died, and shows how that continues to impact him, and most importantly, not just in how it may affect his relationship with his new coworker. It'd be easy to confine the drama to his dynamic with Gibbs, but NCIS Origins gives Randy space as his own individual. NCIS Origins has a genuinely moving case of the week. Episode 10 is an improvement over other mysteries. Several episodes of NCIS Origins have relied too much on crime drama tropes, and or wrapped up their plotlines conveniently, often with some sort of a confession. Season 1, Episode 7, One Flew Over is just one example. It's refreshing that the mystery in Sick as Our Secrets isn't so easily wrangled. Obviously, the crux of the plot is the team getting Father Bobby to tell them who the murderer is. But there's some plot points before that happens that the audience won't see coming, such as the apparent bad guys just being would-be thieves, or the mention of Kowalski having been an army chaplain. These elements are the difference between this episode and the more predictable ones before it. There's also a strong emotional component to the plot, which has been in other episodes, but hasn't always been as effective as it is here. The conversation between Father Bobby and Randy is honestly poignant, as Randy opens up in a heartbreaking way and Father Bobby makes a very good point about Randy not forgetting his own family. It's an emotional conversation, but it's not maudlin or too on the nose. It simply exists, and that makes the show's choice to have another metaphorical confession, Father Bobby telling Randy who shot his colleague, work this time. It's the same kind of resolution, but it's justified because now audiences have seen the context for it. And just as importantly, they're invested in the context for it. They care about getting to that moment. NCIS Origins still has some work to do on its cases of the week, but this one is a step in the right direction. NCIS Origins puts Lala's career advancement on pause. Fans will debate her lack of promotion. The main subplot in Sick as Our Secrets, interestingly, isn't Randy's relationship with Gibbs. Another show might have made the whole 42 minutes about just those two characters, with Randy unloading on Gibbs and then Gibbs doing the same. NCIS Origins chooses to hold on to its cards for another day. Instead, Gibbs wrestles with delivering a letter to the family of Agent Mitchell, the man who replaced Randy. One more nice detail about this episode is that Mitchell is treated as more than just a random name to fill in the blank. The show acknowledges him and his family. And it's important that all this happens now because in episode 10, Blue Bayou, Gibbs has his emotional reckoning. By fitting in Randy's piece of the puzzle, everything is coming together to make that critical high point feel complete. Where audiences might lodge a complaint is in the story about Lala Dominguez angling for a promotion, and Mike Franks choosing not to recommend her for one. On one hand, it's nice to hear something about Lala that isn't about her personal life, given the ongoing Eddie situation that started in episode 6, Incognito. But on the other, fans will have to decide if they agree with Frank's assessment that Lala is better in the field. Some viewers may think Franks just did her career a huge disservice. Others may believe that he's right and she's too valuable a team member to lose. Or remember that her being promoted would potentially mean actor Mariel Molino being phased out of the show, which obviously can't happen. The decision to end the episode with the cliffhanger of Vera Strickland interviewing Bugs is questionable, too, but just because the whole profiling storyline feels played out in the current TV climate.